Hello, and thank you so much for serving on this Sunday, July 21st, 2024. I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of what to expect this week in the classroom. It is just a normal week. This is not, the introduction of the memory verse or memory verse Sunday. So we are going to be teaching a lesson and doing a follow-up activity as usual. But if this is your first time serving in Oaks Kids K-5 classroom, I'm going to give you a quick run through of what to expect for the schedule. So you're going to arrive at 9:30, and the first place you're going to go is to the check-in room to receive your sticker and also to participate in the group huddle and prayer before going to your classroom. Around 9:45 is when the kids will begin arriving. They can set out their own chairs and centers, and they're going to participate in those centers while one teacher is taking attendance on the iPad near the door. Another teacher is setting up the TV on our YouTube channel, which you're going to click the YouTube app, open the Lindsay, open the Lindsay channel, and then click on the Oaks playlist. And then you're going to find the song Waymaker, and just pause it on there until it's time for us to do worship together. Around 10:10 is when the kids need to clean up their centers. They know how to do this. They do this all the time, and so they need to make sure everything is picked up off the floor, off the tables. There should be nothing left behind, and put back on the white organizer near the front door. And then you call them by grade level to the carpet. We always call the younger kids first so that they can sit more towards the front so that they can see the TV better. Do the song together, and then after the song around 10:20 is when it's time to separate as a group. So our 3rd through 5th graders will go upstairs. You need to make sure you have your walkie-talkie and the yellow bag that is hanging on the hooks, because that will contain your materials as well as your lesson plans. They will be organized on clips that say boys and girls, so make sure you grab the correct clip of things for you when you go to your classroom. And downstairs, your materials are going to be on the rolling cart next to the bulletin board. So then we will begin the part where we do our separated classroom parts. Each group is going to be working on our monthly memory verse and prayer. We are on the week 3 part, which is just listing where that verse comes from, 2 Corinthians 5:17. They should practice the entire memory verse multiple times, doing echo reads, letting one student come up and lead the entire group. Just lots of practice, because they know that next Sunday is memory verse Sunday. Following that, it's time for our tacos prayer strategy, which, if you don't remember what that stands for, it is listed in the lesson plan. The most important part being that when they get to the C, confession part, that part is to be done quietly. I usually just give them about 30 seconds of silence, because that is between them and God, not to be announced to the whole group, with the caveat being if it's something that they do want to talk to an adult about, that should happen later, not in front of the entire class. And then we end with the Lord's Prayer. So when we get to the lesson, we are doing Gospel Story Bible Lesson number 23, Joseph is attacked by his brothers, which is on pages 46 and 47. If you are upstairs, there are multiple copies of the book. You can pass it around the room, and let the kids take turns reading one paragraph at a time. It helps to keep them engaged. And then K through 2, you're going to read that out loud to the kids. And then following that, we look at where it's located in the Bible. So we're not taking the entire thing, but we are going to look at the part of chapter 37, verses 25 through 36. If you're in K through 2, the big thing is just locating Genesis 37. So if they can find the book of Genesis, which should be easy at this point, and chapter 37, they're golden. That's really what the expectation is for them. Upstairs, they should be able to get all the way to verse 25 and read it in pairs or in small groups. If they want to read it independently, that's fine. And then they're going to then read it as a group out loud, in case if there were tricky words or if somebody did struggle and just doesn't want to talk about that with the group. There are a few follow-up questions that we do that are listed here immediately after, and then we have our follow-up activities. So if you are doing K through 2, you have a craft, which is Joseph in the Pit craft, which I will show you right now. So this is the direction sheet for what the craft will look like. In short, they're going to get a cup with a saying that says, Joseph's brothers were jealous. They threw him in a pit and told their father he had died. And they're going to get a little Joseph that they can fold under to glue his feet in, or they can just let him stay in there. So these are the cups. We have varying sizes. They all are big enough that Joseph will fit inside of there, but I didn't have enough of one size. So there's just, you can pass out whatever size you want them to receive. And then here's the saying. They are partially cut out. They'll need to finish trimming and either gluing or taping this onto the outside of their cup. And then they need to cut out their Joseph and color him and put him inside their cup pit, not pip. But that is it for the craft for K through 2. Now I am leaving the materials inside the directions baggie here. So I will actually be out of town this week. So in case if you're looking for it, it is down inside of this plastic sleeve. If you are serving in 3rd through 5th, you have worksheets this week. It's we tend not to do as many crafts upstairs just because they're older. It's not really as appropriate for their age. So they have a 2-sided worksheet. So this is the one side. It's about Joseph and his brothers. It's coded. And so every number stands for a different letter up there. Make sure they're not trying to do like a subtraction problem. It is 8 aligns with S. And so they're going to be writing out a message, and then the key is down here so they can X out the word as they get it up here. And then on the other side of it, it is again Joseph and his brothers, but it is a word search. So they should be looking for these words in there. Because they'll be doing this, they'll be working on this, but probably also a great time to continue a discussion about Joseph and his brothers and just talking about envy and jealousy and the things that it can do to our heart. So then around 11:10 is typically when the sermon is wrapping up. You will have a walkie-talkie. When you are in the huddle, everyone needs to make sure that their walkie-talkie is on the same channel so that whoever is our floater can get a hold of you to let you know when the sermon is wrapping up, communion is beginning, and it is time for 3rd to 5th graders to head back downstairs. All the kids need to be sitting in the worship area. You can put the YouTube channel back on. They can listen to music or watch a video while they are waiting to be called for dismissal. One kid can come over to help collect stickers. One adult should be taking the dismissal attendance because that you'll be marking it on the iPad as they get picked up. But then that is it for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. You can find my phone number on the Planning Center app. And just text me or give me a call anytime or ask me anytime you see me in person. I will not be here this Sunday, so I will have everything laid out before I head out. But if you have any questions and I'm not here, please feel free to text me or to reach out to Kristen Rawl. And I will see you guys soon. Thank you guys so much for serving this Sunday.